So, this is my workshop. Just if you were interested, I'm gonna show you around and maybe you'll find some ideas for your own workshop. But yeah, here we go. This is here my cobbler's workshop, where I do all my shoe fixing and bag fixing and belts and all kinds of stuff. It is a nice log cabin of some sort, if you want to call it that way, I don't know. These logs were, you know, they were underneath tapestry and kind of stuff, so I just took it off because this is much nicer to look at than tapestry. I think this building is built in, wait, I don't know, 1960 maybe, I don't know, but it's quite old. Yeah. Over here is my counter, where I get all my, my customers stand on this side and I stand over there. Just got a jacket to fix here. Over here is my cobbler's workbench with some cobbler's tools, some shoes that needs fixing. Tiny little Stanley vise. Here's an old wooden toolbox I got from a flea market with cobbler's tools, some chemicals and screws and stuff, and yeah, a calendar. Yeah, here's my book press, which I also got from, no, I didn't get this from a flea market, I got this from eBay. We call it eBay. Old and works perfectly. Over here I have my leather storage. There you go. This is all the leather I have available at the moment. Some of it is old, some of it is new. Yeah. Need to make some shelving still for it, because I don't like it to be on the floor all the time. But yeah, moving on. My sewing machine, which I don't use for leather work, just for fixing shoes and bags. You know, works nice. It is old. It is made in the 1930s, I think. Yeah, but it works well. Sometimes, you know, it has its little hiccups and stuff, but it still works. The thread for my sewing machine. Here's some material for shoe bottoms and stuff, rubber, zippers, mostly for shoes. Yeah, those I have 4 of those what's cobbler's lasts, I suppose, I don't know. Some of this stuff, what would I call it? I don't know. Strapping, maybe, I don't know. Not leather, this is nylon. Just made this little thing for it, this, you know, that I can just pull it off if I need to. Old radio, which also works fine. Some lasts, just for decoration. Bag I've been fixing stuff, and you know, soles and heels and things. Here's my shoe stretching device Let me focus. Thank you. You turn here and this opens. It is made in... where is it made? Sweden. Here's just some, you know, glue and wood glue, oil, some kind of stuff, and here is my leather glue, which I use for gluing shoes and leather and all that kind of stuff. If you are interested in what kind of glue I'm using, it also comes in these little ones. It's called Renia Ortec contact adhesive. The big one. This is the glue I'm using. It works really well, very strong. It is for shoemaking and fixing shoes and all that kind of stuff. So that works great for gluing leather. I might put a link on this. If I find it in the internet, I'm going to put a link into the video description for you. This is the very first bag I ever made. It's mine. I actually never use it, to be honest. It's just hanging here as a decoration, which is kind of sad if you think about it. Here's my register, which is also old. Let me focus again. Thank you. And it has a nice sound. Money. This is, I think, made in Norway. Yeah. So, my apron, which is dirty. But if you work with shoes or leather, you dye leather and you finish leather and stuff, you know, in an apron I would really recommend, because you will get dirty, and if you have nice clothes on or something and it's full of leather dye, you will never get it out again. So wear an apron whenever you do something dirty. That sounded wrong. Okay, and here is my actual leather workshop. Let me start over here. Again, nice logs, which have been already eaten by, what would you call it? Let me zoom in there. You know, those wood-eating bugs. Some sandpaper sticks I made just for, well, sanding stuff. Here I have my rulers, this one I use the most. This is just for, quick measuring. I have these steel washers here, all nicely aligned and hung up on the wall, because I like things in order. These are just regular washers. I just, sort of polished them. Yeah, I have some little shelves. I made them for my finishes. This is leather oil. This is stuff from Goods Japan. I don't know what this is called because it's in Japan, obviously. Wax and saddle soap. There's some leather oil. This is carnauba cream and leather grease. Just plain leather grease. Okay, and this little thing here on my main working table is my new tool stand, if you want. I don't know. You might have seen that in a few videos of mine where I had this leather piece with my tools around my log where I punch the holes. But I didn't. I like the idea and it looks nice, but it was kind of unpractical because I use most of these tools here on my workbench and not on the log itself. Also with a little anvil on top. And then in my next workshop I had it just in a, some sort of wooden plank, and I just had it straight out, you know, straight on it, and I didn't really like that either. So I like the idea of this, but I needed to be close at my workbench, so I just thought, why not make a tiny little log and put this around it. So, got a new workbench. We have a lot more space now here. Cutting mat, some hole punches over there, a knife. Let me turn on the light here. Oh yeah, that really helps a lot. Thank you. Yeah, you have seen these knives probably a lot of times where I skive leather and I cut leather and stuff. Some hole punches and back punches, or I don't know what you call them. This revolver punch. Here I have made myself a little. Why is this so dark? Come on. Thank you. Some sort of thread rack. You know, just to have things nicely, more or less nicely, you know, arranged. And in here I have, okay, wow, that needs some fixing. My slab of, I don't know what this is. This is some sort of stone. How do you pronounce this? Granite? Granite? Where I do all the skiving. That really needs some fixing. Down here I have my old trusty stitching pony that works well, and the cool part of it is this felt inlay that acts as a needle cushion. That really comes in handy. Yeah, here all sorts of drawers. It's filled with stuff, not really organized. Oh, just this one here. I have here my maker's marks and some wood tools, my ruler stop, and a silver pen. This is also used by cobblers and shoemakers, but very helpful also for leather work. You can mark leather, and the color is silver, so it is kind of, I don't know what kind of stuff it is, but you can just rub it off, so you don't have any markings on the leather. So that, let's continue over here. This lamp, which turns into every direction. Here I have my sort of organized rivets and screws and stuff. This table here used to be my counter, but I took it now as a table so that I can actually stand while working, because sometimes it's nice to stand and not just all the time sit. Actually, I prefer standing while working, so this is kind of nice. And this is also quite long. I don't know, it's 1 meter and I don't want to lie, maybe 80 centimeters, something like that. So this is basically for belts, you know, because on this belt is some sort of, it will hang over here or will be in the way of something. The wall is right there, and it can be quite annoying. I also found that it is important that you keep your workbench as clean as possible. Well, go figure, right? You know, don't have much stuff laying around, and because it will get in the way, and you will make, at least I will make more mistakes, or you know, just screw up. So here I have all my belt buckles and strap buckles and D-rings, O-rings, nicely arranged. I don't know if I like this yet, but I like to, you know, I like things to be visible, and I don't have to, you know, search in drawers or boxes for them, so I put them there, but I might take it off again, I don't know. It's kind of massive. Here on top is another shelf I made for all my leather dies and edge coat. Also kind of nice, you know. Here's my log where I punch my holes. My wooden mallet, which is also old. Don't even remember where I got this from. Here's my chair, nothing special, with some cow on it. Here's another stitching pony or clamp or something, I don't know, which I found, and it was in bad shape, and I, you know, refurbished it a little bit, put this little foot on here, or leg if you want, with the rubber foot and the steel leg, because it was quite low, and now it's perfect size for me. With this little wait, hang on, this closing mechanism where you have this, you know, this thing, and now it opens, and once you have a leather piece in there, you just smack that down and that's tight. So that's quite nice. Here is gonna be, or right there where the windows are, these are my winter windows. It is unfocused, I'm sorry. There's gonna be a wood stove for the winter, because the winter here is quite cold and I need something that, you know, of course I could just use a radiator, but you know, if you would have the chance to get a wood stove or a radiator, what would you choose? For a workshop, I mean. Over here is my leather splitter, the CS Osborne number 84, with a 21 centimeter long or wide blade. And if you ask me, this machine is highly overpriced. It does its job. Does it do it well? I don't know. This wide blade, you know, never really seems to work that well. I've never split anything that wide, because why would you want to? But if it's over 10 centimeters, it doesn't really work anymore. It just ends up as a pretzel of some sort. Otherwise, for belts and straps, it works fine. But you might, if you're interested in getting one, a smaller one will do. And or if you want really this one, try to get it cheap off eBay or something, because for that price it's not worth it. It's a good tool to have. It helps you really out in the shop, but not for that price. But now I have it, so I use it, and oh well. So yeah, there you have it. This is my workshop. Nope, this was wrong. Hold on. Okay, let me get a good look. Now just a quick look around my workshop here. There's a birch. And there you go. Thanks for watching.